brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
At the 35-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Off play action. Howard. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue. You on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Shot. 19, Charger, 9.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league and sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, key them up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake. Howard. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? 7, unlock line. Unlock line.
Johnson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Red Warrior 70. 60 Eagles. 60. Ready, ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
19, 18, run, go!
Sanders going to throw again. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19, 18.
Sanders to throw. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Here we go, set.
Judkins is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready,
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Tracy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Mason Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
and frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
60, 60. Ready? 60 by 19 light. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Sanders. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 1st downs.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A short one there to Fryermuth. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's 2nd down. The Steelers at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running left, it's Warren. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Off play action. Powell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Come on, come on. 79 Brook, 18 Cardinal, 18 Panther 11, Panther 11.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing, Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, here's Jenkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 43, here's a second down and 9. Here's Sanders. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on third down and long. Now Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they work this out past the 25. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Sanders. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Here's Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Stop it. 70 Lions. Ready?
From the shotgun, Sanders. There's a short one caught by Fannin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That's another Browns first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Viking, 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Cougar 19.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sanders. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Back to throw. Howard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Howard. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now. and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Looking to throw. Sanders to the left side. He finds Bond. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Come on.
Back to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This one is complete to Judkins. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
19 type. Cowboy 8, Dragon 60. Buffalo 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got him in. That's Bond. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Browns get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Steelers 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
319. Pick him, pick him.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
318.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. They turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Give up the middle. Judkins. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Ready, set.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Let's go.
An inside run with Jenkins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Ready. 38.
To throw, Gabriel. Open man, the tight end Fannin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin from 8 yards out. And the Browns are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Carson Schlesinger in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. They got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
38-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
319. Hey, 626.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
52 blue.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll go again with Tracy. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyrone Tracy, 35 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to his... Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camera on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Gabriel from the gun on third down. Oh, the man is Bond. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
Red, yellow, ready, set.
Gabriel going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because